So you're now making $30,000 a year, and you think that I should base child support on $30,000 instead of the 70 that you intentionally stop working at?
Well, that is my annual income now, $30,000.
That's your annual income now. When did you start working at your corporate job?
A year ago.
A year ago. How long were you there?
I was there for about 8 years.
8 years with the master's degree at a head clerk position. What's the qualification to work at that job?
High school.
It's such as
Some high school.
you need a
diploma.
degree.
You just need a high school diploma.
High school diploma,
Yes,
and you have a master's degree. I'm not about to play with you. I'm not about to play with you. $70,000 a year. You said you covered a child on health insurance. How much is that?
$300 a month.
$300 a month. Ma'am, I'm going to make you pay child support. You. Okay, Mr. Parks.
Yes, ma'am.
Looks like you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
I just found out my wife just left her corporate job for a cashier job. I don't know why. Maybe it's because like she wants to get out of the payments of what she's doing.
Payments of what?
Child support, ma'am.
Okay.
We have a child together that we had in our marriage, and it's like, and all of a sudden I just found out just recently that she left her corporate job to take a couple of dollar paying job. How can you do this to us? How can you
Excuse
do this
me, sir. Sir, do not address her. Address me.
Yes, ma'am. I do apologize.
I mean, obviously she can't help your situation.
Yes.
That's why you're here, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so continue.
What's interesting about that is that he introduced her as his wife and then started to go over child support. So it's your ex-wife. And then he says later, how could you do this to us? My guess is that she filed for divorce and he is still upset about the situation. In fact, I still think he's wearing his wedding ring. Shows how much he took his vows seriously.
I don't know. It's just like when I found out, it's just like I was just shocked. I didn't know like how else to express it, but we had a child together.
How old is the child?
This child is like 5 years old, ma'am.
Is she paying anything in child
Yes, ma'am.
support?
She's paying for the medical bills and she's paying for the support as well.
Medical support, you mean?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
is there a reason why you're not paying to support this child?
First of all, I left my corporate paying job, and after our divorce, I know he mentioned I'm his wife. Correction, I'm his ex-wife.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Continue.
So I left my job, and the reason why I left it, and I did do it intentionally, I felt that it was not right.
Wait a minute. You intentionally left your job?
Yes, ma'am, I did. I had enough money in savings to still provide for my child and still provide medical insurance. So I felt that, the stress of my divorce wasn't inhibiting me from performing my job.
Okay. First of all.
Yeah, ma'am, the stress of your divorce, look at your husband. He's still touching his wedding ring as you speak. Not even just that, but he currently has custody of the child. So he's dealing with the divorce and raising the child who's 5 years old. But you coming up here talking about some emotional distress from the divorce? My bullshit meter is over 9,000. Let's continue.
That's a different court. We're not here to talk about anything that went on with the divorce. I just need to know about the money that you're making, because obviously the child lives with you. Is that correct,
Yes,
sir?
ma'am.
So you have all this money in saving. Let's talk about it.
Okay. Let's
How
talk
much
about
did you make at your last job?
it. I annually $70,000.
$70,000, okay. And that's your only job?
It was my only job. Now I work at a convenience store.
Doing
Head
what?
clerk.
Doing what?
Head clerk.
Head clerk. Okay, how much are you making now?
About $30,000 a year.
30,000.
Wow.
And what type of education do you have?
I have my master's.
You have a master's degree and you're a head clerk?
Yes, ma'am. Again, the stresses of the divorce inhibited me from doing my job.
Okay, don't say that again. You already said that once and we moved on from that. So, you're now making $30,000 a year and you think that I should base child support on $30,000 instead of the 70 that you intentionally stop working at?
Well, that is my annual income now, $30,000.
That's your annual income now. When did you start working at your corporate job?
A year ago.
A year ago. How long were you there?
I was there for about 8 years.
8 years with the master's degree at a head clerk position. What's the qualification to work at that job?
High school.
It's such as
Some high
you
school.
need
High school
a
diploma.
degree,
You just need a high school diploma. to
high
work
school
as a house
diploma,
clerk. Yes,
and you have a master's degree. I'm not about to play with you. I'm not about to play with you. $70,000 a year. You said you covered a child on health insurance. How much is that?
$300 a month.
$300 a month. Ma'am, I'm going to make you pay child support. You came, obviously, in this courtroom to waste my time.
I have a question. How come I have to get a corporate job? How come he can't get a corporate job?
He can get a job, but the child lives with him, right?
Yeah.
Well, yes, and I think the reason why the child is even with him to begin with is because of, well, this is a different court. Never mind, like you said.
Okay, thank you. So, moving right along.
Whatever she was about to say was bullshit. 90% of the time during a divorce, the child custody typically goes with the mother. So if she don't have custody, it's either because she did not want custody or she walked into the divorce proceeding with a damn syringe hanging out her arm, making her unfit to be the custodial parent. But I am absolutely for the judge recognizing her bull, because this chick is straight up manipulative and he's suffering the consequences of wifing up a manipulative woman. But finally, there is a fair judge here that's not biased towards women and is equal across the board.
$70,000 a month. A year, excuse me. I put your...
I'm not making $70,000 a month anymore. I'm making $30,000 a year now.
You're making $30,000 a year now, but ma'am, you intentionally work at a job that pays you less.
Yes.
And you think that you're gonna come in this courtroom and get me to order that you pay a less amount when you're capable of making the $70,000 with a master's degree? You made that up.
I don't know. Emotional distress is intentional.
Excuse me. Emotional distress. I need you to go see a doctor. Okay, so your gross is $5,833.33. Based on that $70,000, I'm going to give you a credit for the health insurance, okay? The $300 that you stated brings your net to $4,497.98. How many children?
One.
One child, okay. 20%. $899.60 is going to be your monthly child support obligation that you're going to pay each month to this man.
Good.
You're looking confused, and I don't understand why you looking at me
I'm not looking
like
confused. You said what you're saying, and I'm okay. I'm taking it all in.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Go
Congratulations.
get your job back.
Now, do you have anything further?
No, ma'am.
That's it?
Yes, ma'am.
That's it from you? Okay, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
All right, thanks so much.
You're welcome.
There we go, baby. Look at the look on her face. This is the look that manipulators give when they are taught a valuable lesson. And I love the one-liners for the judge. Emotional distress, go see a doctor. Which is absolutely a valid point. If she had a doctor's note regarding the mental illness that she suffered on account of the divorce, which has impacted her. She's got some type of PTSD. She's been in a depression and she's now taking medication. If she provided any of that evidence to demonstrate why she has to take a less strenuous or tedious job, then I can understand. But she didn't do that. She just expected that her manipulative ways would be seen well by a female judge. But what she didn't anticipate on was the judge calling her out for filth, calling her out for bullshit. And it's a damn shame, because you know who suffers from you being a selfish, manipulative demon, serpent, witch, hyena, tiger woman? Your child. You take a job making half as much money in spite of your ex-husband. You don't want to pay child support for your only child. You are a deadbeat. In a time where it's hard in a job market, even if you have a master's degree, to get a job, you're over here just squandering your position away out of spite. Absolutely diabolical work. Let's finish up.
So I want to talk to you all about the episode that you just watched. I no longer work at a job, so I make less money. Can my child support go down? Well, under Texas law, you still could be obligated to pay the same amount that you made from your previous employer. That's right. There is a specific portion of the Texas Family Code that says if the court finds that you are intentionally underemployed, that you can be ordered to pay that same amount of child support that you used to pay at your previous employer.
It's a great law.
In the episode, you heard her say she had a master's degree. She was making a whole lot more money, and now she's intentionally working somewhere making less money. Well, guess what? Based on that testimony, she was ordered to pay that same amount of child support.
Listen, Judge Vonda, I really respect the way that you conduct yourself, how even and unbiased that you are. in making a judgment in the ways that you do. Low key, kind of wish that there was a way, sort of like how you can pay more money to hire lawyers. If you could pay more money to hire the judges as well. I guess that wouldn't be fair in order to be able to do, because you might hire a judge that will more placate to your side versus not. But what I've come to realize in doing all of these family court videos is that irrespective of anything in the courtroom, it's ultimately decided by the judge. And if that judge is having a bad day, if it's late in the day, or if the judge happens to be a feminist, then you may be up shit's creek without a paddle. So really the question is, how do you hedge those risks? Or is it just always completely random? But yeah, good job, Judge. The last thing that I wanted to comment on is if you watch the body language, and I kind of mentioned this before, of the man throughout this entire video, he is dejected. She beat him up to a bloody pulp. He was living in a household of happy wife, happy life, and then got up, packed up, and left him with the children. Now, I understand you're going through a lot, my G, especially in understanding that your ex-wife, who you still refer to as your wife, is forcibly impoverishing herself to get back at you. But you must understand that the longer that you hold on and you tie yourself to this previous relationship, the more time that it's going to take for you to be joyous and or happy within your life. You made a big mistake, but now you have a child to raise because of that relationship mistake. Do not let the pain of this situation impact how you then go forth and raise this 5-year-old, but utilize this relationship mistake to motivate you to want and to do better. Also watch my channel, because if you watch my channel, you'll be able to identify women like this immediately. Questions, comments, concerns. Y'all already know what to do, man. Go to turtles@gmail.com. Did you guys like this episode? Leave me your comments down below, and I will see you guys soon. Until next time, YouTube. Peace.